What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Before we start the video, I want to remind everybody the Content Creator Program is going on. Season 8 is still happening. We've got 5 active codes, a 6th one on the way, so make sure you click that support button, get yourself some free codes. Want to say a big shout out to my top 10 as usual: JSTO046, Patches 482, Lucy 684906, Bond 170879, and everybody else who just let me hit the 10,105 mark. Get in there, guys. Join the best damn community. Join the Discord. Get yourself some prizes and giveaways as well after every season. Thank you so much for supporting. Let's get on with the video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Solo Leveling Arise video. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic Sunday. Family time, of course. Long weekend. Super busy, unfortunately, so I apologize if I can't bring out too much content, but I do want to discuss something because in 2 weeks and 3 days, 2 weeks and 4 days, we are now going to be having the 1 year anniversary. That's right. We are all almost there, guys. And it's got me super hyped and super excited because honestly, I can't remember the last time I played a 1 year anniversary game where I've been this excited over something. And I normally am like pretty prepared for 1 year anniversaries, but I do want to talk about something, and I want to talk about how they can successfully bring out a 1 year anniversary that everyone's going to care about and want. And I think this is going to be an important video. So, because the reason why I think this is going to be important is also getting your perspective as the community on there. So please, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment, especially leave a comment here what you would like to see for the 1 year anniversary yourselves. I'm going to go over my own personal wish list, plus what we're actually going to be getting, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. I want to have your takes on it and see if we can possibly come up with a good amount of like a good list for the devs to provide us, and hopefully I'm hoping that it's going to be enough to persuade them to give us some extra bonus things. Now, what are we expecting for the 1 year anniversary? Things that we already know that are going to be happening. So first off, Yogamon is coming out. We are going to have a WOBL. Now remember, Workshop of Brilliant Light, when it comes out, is never coming out with the hard mode. So the Cha that's going to be released for this one specifically, so we do know Cha obviously is coming out. We're going to have a brand new Cha. For those who did not see her yet, I'm going to show you guys what she looks like, just in case, because I know not everybody is always existing subscribers. Some of you guys are new, but in case you guys have not seen what the new Cha is going to look like, I do have a picture of her here. There she is right there. She's going to be a water version. She's not the same Cha that's out in the game. She's from another universe, from the Cup of Reincarnation concept. So this is an original character Cha with an original story that's coming in. Now, a couple things obviously we know now that she's being released. She will be coming with a Workshop of Brilliant Light, which will include Yogamon. Now, we know this already because they always do this. This has been their pattern. One thing we do also know, though, is that there's going to be 2 elements that are going to be released with Yogamon. One we know for sure is going to be water. The second one might in fact be wind, and if it is wind, then you can probably bet your ass that Leonard, when he comes out, is going to come with WOBL hard mode, and he might be a strong unit for that, right? So we might see wind and water arise again, no pun intended, from the ashes to become the meta team. For now, water still takes the cake. So we do know WOBL is coming out, obviously, with that. All right. Now, we also know, looking at the roadmap, what else is going to be released. So if we look at the roadmap real quick, right, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the roadmap again. And I think this is important to check the roadmap out, what else is going to be happening. Let me just quickly go to this, and you guys can see the roadmap release here is going to have a couple extra things with it as well. Right here, we can see it. So Workshop of Brilliant Light, Yogamon, we have a brand new story, Busan Gates plus the school attack. I believe the Busan Gates was close to when... Was Liu involved in this? I don't think so, right? I think Liu was involved a little bit further down the line. And then, of course, Battlefield of Chaos floor expansion, which could also mean, they haven't announced it yet, but could also mean the introduction of brand new gems. So save all your 5 gems, guys. Don't just use them willy-nilly. Save them. We might be able to, you know, fuse to 6-tier gems. The expansion of floor of the Chaos Battlefield of Chaos is a big deal. That's going to include more trophies, of course. More expansion of your essence stones, and then of course perhaps the ability to get to tier 6, right? So those are the things that are for sure happening. And then you guys can see a couple other things they're introducing after May. This is going to be in June, the Power of Destruction World Integration Ranking, Leonard Nierman, and this is again, I think, when hard mode is going to come out, although they don't really mention it here, which is surprising. And then an instance dungeon encore mission, new bosses will be introduced as well. So between the month of May and June, we have quite a bit going on. So another thing I want to talk about is also something they mentioned here, and that is the new system for fusion. They introduced already, I believe, the where is it? The fusion system for where there's like a pity involved, right? There's amplification. This is the system I was talking about. So they've already introduced refinement. Amplification is also coming out. An amplification is a system that allows hunters to strengthen their higher grade skill runes and blessing stones by using duplicated ones, enable them to achieve more powerful effects. I believe this actually is here. I believe that's going to Mythic, right? So we have this already out. I think, let me go to Fusion for a sec. Where is it? Right here. See, it's called Fusion. And then let me see if they have amplification here. They call this skill research. Skill synthesis, blessing stone synthesis. There it is, right there. Right? It's missing. Scheduled to be updated. So we have this coming up as well too, plus the blessing stone. So this is also coming out in the month of May. So keep that in mind. Save your dupes. Don't use them yet. I know a lot of you guys are like, what the hell do I do with my dupes? Well, that's one of the things that we're going to be doing with our dupes. Now, we know those things are coming. We're all supposed to be getting a couple extra things here. We're supposed to be getting ourselves very hard mode for story. Now, I don't know if that's scheduled to be coming out this anniversary. I don't know that, okay? Like, they haven't 100% given us the actual time frame, but they did tell us for sure that very hard mode is coming out. Let me just see, very hard. I think, let's see, very, very hard. Hard. Is this the one? No, it's not it. Okay, hold on. Very, I don't think they have it here. Was it the last one? I'm trying to see which developer note it was. One of the developer notes for sure said we're getting very hard mode story, and I'm very excited for that one. I think it might have been maybe even this one, but nonetheless, very hard mode is coming out, and again, they didn't say if it's necessarily on the 1 year anniversary or if it's going to be on the following anniversary or the following patch. But one way or another, we should be getting it. Here we go. 1 year anniversary appreciation will begin. Multiplayer will be added for simulation gates as well. New story boosts on raid, school raid, gem equipping slots will be expanded, so more gems will be added as well too, boosting our power. Skill rune amplification system will be added. Sun Jinu's new job and Yogamot raid will be added. Remnant power will also be added as well too. A memory Hunter will join the raids. We know this is Cha, obviously. A new shadow will be added as well, too, which is crazy. And then, of course, the winning costumes that we get. Plus, right here, you guys can see the official launch is May 8th. And then moving forward, where is it? We'll be adding in, we hope you look forward to the next story, Sunja now goes to school. And I feel like this is going to be the what if story, right? And then right here, as you can see here, the Power of Destruction World Integrated System and the expansion of very hard mode story. So these are all the things we should be getting very, very soon. Some of these are guaranteed to be here for the 1 year anniversary. Some of them may be right after. Now, what makes a successful 1 year anniversary? This is simple, okay? We've had events in the past where they've given us free characters. For example, we had the ability for all players to get an A1 free gun he. That was through the loyalty program, right? The loyalty point program, which they currently actually have going on right now, which works fairly well for the most part for what we're doing. So right now, the loyalty draw point event is allowing us to pick the option of 2 free SSR weapons. So of course you picked the Golden Tail Fox. I hope you all did. This here was the first time they introduced it, but instead of that, what they gave us was 2 free gun he's plus I believe 2 of his weapons or 1 of his weapons for free. So we know this is something that is probably the best, if not the most important event they bring out all the time. This would have been a great time to introduce a free event to perhaps give us a character of our choice. Now, I'm not saying give us a free Cha. If you do, amazing. We would all appreciate that. But to have a free selector through the loyalty program to pick a hunter of our choice up to that point would also be a very good thing. So I definitely think they need to add this. We, of course, will get a ton of codes. We're going to get a shitload of codes. We know this. There's going to be developer live streams. There's going to be, content creator program is going to have a brand new season. So we're going to have brand new codes for you guys there. We're going to have in-game check-ins. We're going to have anniversary events. All that stuff will give us a ton of things to look forward to. But in order for them to make this successful, they have to have something like this. This loyalty program, I think, is massive, and it's free to play, and it'll attract a lot of people to come to your game. Number 2, they have to make us have the ability of getting Cha to a certain point that's not A10 or A5 to make her viable. I think that's another really big one for a 1 year anniversary to be successful. If you're going to bring out a major character like this, you're going to need to make sure that she at least is a character we can all use and not need to spend an arm and a leg. It's great. Make her OP as hell. Make her OP as hell. Make her a must-have. Make everybody who wants to get at A10 get at A10 and make it worth it. And make her long-lasting. Like, you have to make her kit so broken that she needs to be like the the character that matters the most. Like, that has to happen, right? Especially a character like with the name Chahayan backing it, you're gonna need to make her absolutely busted. And to make it even more successful, so you don't lose a lot of players, you got to make Sauron be an important piece of that puzzle. She needs to have purpose for this WOBL, or else people are going to be pissed that she's another Akari, right? And we know how this is. You cannot make another Thomas mistake. That cannot happen. All right, now, another thing you need to add as well, too, is brand new events. So I do know there's a couple new mini games coming as well, too, and those are obviously going to help, you know, drive the anniversary. And the anniversary needs to last. It needs to be fun for a whole month. It needs to be, you know, it needs to have mini games. It needs to have brand new stories, which we're having. It needs to make people engaged. And the WOBL needs to be difficult yet fair. All right. And by this, I mean, it needs to make the payers or the people who spend money have fun, have it fairly difficult, but it also needs to be beatable by people who have put an arm and a leg in and put all their time into it, right? And of course, lastly, I'm hoping that the Remnant here is better than Baron. Braun gives a break, and he's actually very, very useful to have. I hope that Yogamont does something super special that makes none of us really care about using Baron. Now, I'm curious to see, because we see the total power increase here is 42,000. I'm curious to see if this will combine with his, or if they're going to be separate powers altogether, and you won't get an accumulated amount. So those are some of the things I want to see personally. I do want to see more engagement from the game when it comes down to Essence Stones, but I think they've done a really good job with that by giving us more trophies to go after, which gives us more weekly ones. But there needs to be more, I think there needs to be a better source for Essence Stones through the game anyways, once you've done the story mode, right? Once we've completed the story mode, we can't always rely on the 3-week Battlefield of Trials to go further. We obviously need something that'll give us more abilities to farm Essence Stones outside of that. So I'm hoping that they give us a better way outside of dailies, weeklies, and story modes. And once the story mode's completed, the weekly wait for the trophies. I'm hoping at least we get something new. You could get a full multi every week, but it'd be nice to have a better source of farming for that. Now, those are my personal requests. I think they've done a great job with everything else. I'm super, super looking forward to the anniversary coming up, obviously with the new chalk coming out. I do hope we get a free character from there. That's my biggest ask, because we already know that we are going to be getting ourselves for the pre-registration, right? If you have not done so, go pre-register. I'll put this in the link, of course. If you have not done so, the pre-registration will give you guys a couple different items. Obviously, we're going to have free items coming our way, free skin, free summons. We're going to have the option of getting free SJW weapon plus a free hunter weapon, plus I'm hoping a character here, and then a surprise one. So we are going to get some free stuff. To put the icing on the cake, guys, no pun intended, with, of course, the anniversary being a celebration, I really do hope you guys do give us at least one free cha, and I think that would push so many people to be happy. On top of that, it would make the game succeed even more and bring new players in. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. Remember, go like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.